What is going on, everyone? It's Hunt D Platinum here today. I got a special double feature for all of you guys. Got two games, one giant platinum journey through time, but we're still getting two plats today. We're not getting this one, we're getting two. Today we're diving headfirst into Timesplitters and Timesplitters Future Perfect, two of the most chaotic, hilarious, and underappreciated shooters ever made. And trust me, this will be no easy ride. So grab your temporal banana launcher and let's get this plat! But first, before we jump right in, I just want to say thank you to every single person watching this video. We hit 50 subscribers last week, and we're almost there to 60 this week. I am super stoked, and I am so grateful. I can't even begin to thank you all enough. So thank you all again. Here's a special 50 subscribers photo for everyone. To celebrate the occasion. I am super grateful, and that's honestly why we're also taking today and making it a double feature video. I want to celebrate 50 subscribers the right way, so I'm bringing you two platinums for the video price of one. Alright, before we get to blasting through time, I had to create my Timesplitters profile. You know, the sacred ritual where every great journey begins, naming your save file. And look, I don't know what came over me. I didn't quite go with Hunt D Platinum. I didn't go with Let's Get Plat. Nah, I picked and casually dropped my real name like I was clocking in for a shift at time go. But hey, even time travelers have paperwork, right? Alright, before we get to blasting. Before we dive in head first, I had to make sure the controls weren't working against me. The original Timesplitters has that vintage feel, you know, the kind where aiming up makes you look down and moving left makes you question your entire existence. So I took a minute to tweak everything, stretch my digital legs, and get a real feel for the chaos I was about to unleash. Gotta say, once it clicked, and I was ready. Before we dive in head first, I had to make sure the controls weren't working against me. The original Timesplitters has that vintage feel, you know, the kind where aiming up makes you look down, and moving left makes you stretch my digital legs and get a real feel for the chaos I was about to unleash. Gotta say, I'm ready. Before we dive in head first, So the first mission dropped me into a graveyard straight out of every PS2 era horror game. I'm talking creepy doors, endless zombies, and the kind of fog that just screams, you're not making it out alive. But somehow, through all the undead chaos, I made it. And just with the cherry on top of that, Timesplitters hit me with a 2 rating for a week. I tell you, Lara Croft would be fucking proud. So the first mission dropped me into a graveyard straight out of every PS2 era horror game. Alright, so there I was, right? What's up? The last zombie had a gun, and apparently aimbot level perfect aim. Like every time I tried to end the level, blam, or it would have been right back to the start. If this game had an awesome rewind feature, I had the power of rewind. I was determined to prevent the zombie takedown, right? So I kept rewinding it, like it was a final exam, like it was a final So after a few loops, I finally pulled it off. I finally did pull it off. I dodged the rest of the chaos and made it all the way to my goal. Time rewarded me with getting takeout tonight. Yeah, and yeah, it was well earned. This next level for me had beyond the chaos of a cyber lab. And suddenly I wasn't just fighting zombies anymore. I was dodging lasers, robots, and wondering if I accidentally booted up Tron. Everything there just screamed 2000. You know, sharp turns, some of the tighter corridors, the guards with their lasers set to obliterate. I had to think fast, move faster, and just channel every ounce of my inner space mission just to survive. When I finally made it to the development there, they handed me a trophy like you would have been for Cyber Underground. This was how I used 4 tools to finish the mission, and I got 3, no problem. It was the last one, right? So you had a gun in perfect aim. I had the audacity to try and fight using the clunky aim system Timesplitters gave me. So what did I have to do? I hit rewind, and again, so I finally stood perfectly still and shot. Like I was just right and I dropped, even though I was using a zombie gun. This one had Resident Evil energy all over it. Dim lighting, zombies, just creepy atmosphere. I was thinking right? And Timesplitters have more than Resident dead. So one step closer to the fire, one step closer to the Plat. This mission had me weaving between buildings like I was dodging reality itself. I was one hit away from turning to a chemistry experiment on the floor. Just as I was about to touch the turn point 2, a Timesplitter started to spawn, and I started panicking. I ran around it, ran to all the platinum gods, and just barely reached that goal in time. And boom, crazy pop. I need you to listen on this one. I was exhausted, okay? I mean, brain melting, eyes half shut kind of time. I opened the map maker, I plopped down one block of, I don't even know, and saved. And then boom, creativity split. I stared at the screen there for a minute, nodded like I submitted my life's work to NASA, and then PS5 off, and went to bed. Truly a creative genius at work. This mission had me fully disoriented. I was just out here wandering. I had no idea where I was going, thought I was lost, and I'm pretty sure I tapped the exact same spot 3 times. But right when I finally figured out where the goal was and started making my way there, bam! A Timesplitter pops out like, wait, I handled it. No damage to me or nothing, but still, like, girl, come on. Got brave new export out of it though. Double trouble on this one. Not only was I clearing out a whole mansion full of zombies, but I was determined to finish this mission full health. So what did I do? I cheesed the rewind button like an old human. Got shot, rewind. Sneaky shotgunner around the corner, rewind. Missed the shot, rewind. I finally made it to the goal with 0 damage taken, and the game hit me with a twofer. House of the Undead just for cleaning out the level, and Healthy Agent for not getting hit once throughout the game. The recording here started with 2 Timesplitters at this point, I'm barely surviving. My heart was racing, and then my AR taps out. Click, click, nothing, dry. So I pull out the old stick and start sprinting like him in a horrible attack. Just blasting anything I see move, dodging laser fire, and praying I didn't run into another wave of those Timesplitters. Somehow, by sheer willpower and sheer shotgun counter, the main got me. This was relentless. Timesplitters kept spawning like someone smashed a panic button on the time. I was running on fumes, low health, low ammo, just trying to survive. And then I remembered I had a minigun, still loaded, nearly full ammo. So I whipped that bad boy out, blasting my way through the chaos. Another Timesplitter started to spawn. I indoor slid into that exit like I was stealing home base at Sinfield. And trophy, we have liftoff. And then I sailed like I just escaped a black hole. By wave 7, I was on my last leg. Again. Seriously, I should just make low health my signature playstyle at this point. But I finally scrapped together enough points to finish the challenge, and then I walked right up to him and locked eyes with him and just let him end it. Call it poetic, but the final fight sealed the deal. I got the trophy, feeling standoffish. Talk about standoffish style. Escort missions usually make me nervous because you never know how it's going. But this one actually slaps. I was hopping around, cutting down enemies, keeping my rabbit friends safe like we were on a buddy cop time travel adventure. I was having such a blast, I forgot it was an escort mission. And right when it began, the grad system. That one hair? I'll escort him again. No problem. This mission was wild. I had 10 seconds to land 2 headshots. Oh, I'm good. First run, ran out of time. Second run, couldn't find anybody, right? The third try, I went first headshot, the timer was counting all the way down. And just when I think it's over, just when I think I'm about to have to rewind, this one NPC air around me, had enough of the timeline. 1 second left, I panic squeezed that trigger, and somehow by divine intervention from every god and from the internet, god, whatever, everything else above, got the headshot and the trophy. This one physically hurt. The mission itself was destroy a bunch of glass, and you were using nothing but bricks. Sounds easy, right? But imagine doing it with a trigger finger that is swinging at you after about 50 of these brick throws. And the game, right, it doesn't even want to register your aim. I was just lobbing bricks like my life depended on it. Yeet! Crash. Yeet! Miss. Rewind. But finally, after what felt like a one-man ride in a glass factory, brick vandal. My hands were cramped, my patience was hanging by a thread, but my mission was complete. Don't even get me started on this one, okay? This wasn't about skill, it wasn't about tactics, it was about pure, dumb luck. I was able to get 3 kills, right? The other 27 left up to a rogue NPC dressed like Elvis. To be honest, right? He had no business trying to be that clutch. I don't even know how protecting him. At what point I just stare at him like, you good, kid? You got this under control? And then somehow, miraculously, boom, Mary had a little kid. I was close to it. It was like I was guarding the last sight of peace out of home. The mission itself was to defend our family from wave problems. Sometimes they just they spawn right next to me. Like, hey, surprise! Chaotic. It was cramped and it kept moving, right? But somehow I held that line. Trophy pop. But every time I spawned, I was toast. I mean, the Indian had like ran around spotting a spider and spawns. Let's just say they weren't exactly doing anything. Well, my teammates, they were out here going full ramble while I was getting folded like laundry. Somehow the mission still got done. It's not like me. I still got everyone. Gingerbread man. And I guess more of the cookie crumble to this one. Alright, this one was simple on paper. Hold it back for a long time. While right? I had that thing for 3 minutes, roughly 30 seconds. Basically a lifetime in time to swim. But those last 30 seconds, it was like SpongeBob trying to write his essay, right? I spawned, trying to find this bag, and it was a full-on NPC free-for-all. I just couldn't get it back in time for the video. Still, I was for my efforts and the error first week. Guess it was the main character after all. This was the final grind. 2 trophies for riding on this moment. I shouldn't protect the crystals. The problem though? These things shattered if you looked at them like a ball. Timesplitters, they run great. Sent back for the respawn void, but I stuck it out one wave at a time. One desperate dodge, kill after another, and when I finally pulled it off, I didn't get just one. I got 2 huge trophies: Crystal Defender and Platinum Old Time. Alright, after all that chaos, it was finally time to start the next chapter. Timesplitters and Perfect. The second I booted up, I knew this one was gonna hit different, right? It had cleaner graphics, smoother controls, and best of all, it had an actual story! I was locked in instantly, spinning toward that base, blasting Timesplitters, completely absorbed by the action, the upgrade, and the quality. It felt like a new era. And Timesplitters wasted no time handing me my first trophy for it. Welcome back, Cortez.
Hey,
we're back.
from somewhere.
This was a vibe. There wasn't much gunfire here in this clip. Not really much explosions.
Right.
Just an elevator going
Now we should find out what's going on here.
into a cave that looked like it came straight
What
from
is this place?
And you know what? I took a little time. I soaked in the details as I was moving. Sometimes it's not about the firefights or the chaos. Sometimes it's about appreciating the calm before the next storm. As I made my way through, the game gave me a little nod of approval with the trophy. Good show, OB. Good show.
Right.
And
Now
I
we
gotta
should find
say,
out what's going on here.
why thank you, old sport. After everything I'd been through so far, I needed a little break. So I booted up the map creator and got to work creating the most incredible, innovative, and immersive custom map I could possibly ever imagine. And what did I come up with, you ask? It was a hallway. No enemies, no weapons, not even real spawn points. Just a, I'd say 20-foot stretch of pure barren hallway. Critics are calling it the serious room, Timesplitters edition. And for this, I actually got a trophy, mapping out your future. Peak level design, baby, hell yeah! Some of these trophies really make you work for them. This one had me rewinding like a time travel with performance anxiety. I had to watch a guy practice the timing and get the stars to finally align. And then boom, 2 clean kills was all that I needed left, and then I got that trophy. Groovy Spaceman, well done. That trophy was mine.
Hey, pretty groovy work, Space Dude. Looks like you've done this before. Cool. Hey,
Okay, so this part of the mission was supposed to be like a stealth type
This is the
part of the
last
mission, right?
thing they'll be
So
expecting.
imagine my confusion when Harry Tipper, undercover agent
Cool,
extraordinaire
man. We're in.
here, takes off running like Jack Sparrow escaping a tavern tab. I legit stopped in my tracks like, bro, we are undercover. Have you seen any of their guys run like that? Like, I get it, style points, sure, but maybe let's not advertise our
Hey, got any spare socks? I need some padding. This is the last thing.
So I take out the last 2 enemies in this tense little shootout here, and I'm feeling pretty cool about it, not gonna lie. Then suddenly, Harry Tipper, just Jack Sparrow, sprints to frame, running right at me like he's late to a disco in 1974. I don't even know where he came from, but the timing was impeccable. 10 out of 10 entrance. Would get caught in that crossfire with him again. This one genuinely blew my mind, right? Not just because of the firefights or the wormhole action, but because wormholes are actually like a real theoretical method of time travel, you know? Like Einstein stuff. And recently scientists even found something they're calling negative time. So I mean, yeah, Timesplitters might be onto something here. Anyway, I blast down the last 2 stragglers, run up to this massive garage door, and eventually figure out how to interact with it, and bam! Mission over, and the trophy pops.
Come on, let's find
General
Chalice
was
and
right.
save the
To this
world.
firefight, totally in the zone, and then Harry Tipper just hits me with this I've never had this much fun with a guy before line. I froze. I didn't shoot. I didn't move. I just stared at the screen like, wait, just think.
That's cherry,
Sorry, did
baby.
you just say what I think you just said? Like,
This is the most fun I ever had with another
look, I'm not
guy.
here to judge. I'm just saying.
Right
Timesplitters walks a very fine line between action game and accidental.
Come on, let's
bloody
find Chalice and
game.
save the world.
Alright, look, I took
Check
you
it
back
out.
to the serious spy stuff. You know, radios, filtration, comms,
Oh,
all
yeah.
that tactical jazz. So when Tipper said he was going to
Hey,
call
man,
his people,
I
I
can
was
use
like,
this radio
yeah,
to warn
cool.
my people.
I'll just
You go try to
head
reach
on
some
ahead
missile.
while you do
I'll
your
catch
side
ya.
thing or whatever, you know?
Cloudy rainbow.
But then,
come in. Cloudy
while
rainbow.
he's calling out
This
to the
is
radio,
shower of gold.
this is
Over.
what I hear.
Cloudy rainbow.
Cloudy
Are you
rainbow,
there?
this is golden shower. Like, bro. Like, I stopped, turn around, blink
Check
twice.
it out.
This is actually more side sketch.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I love this game, but no one in
Hey,
development said,
man.
hey, maybe
I can
we
use
don't
this
call
radio to
him
warn
that.
my people. You go try to reach the
10 out
missile.
of 10
I'll
comic
catch up.
gold, no extra notes.
Cloudy rainbow. Come in.
This cutscene
Cortez, you
felt
fought
like
to
something
hurry.
straight out of a Bond. It was directed by a caffeine-fueled speedrunner. We're on the top of a speed train, right? The train is still moving. I mean, full way through the countryside, and suddenly Cortez gets tackled by two goons trying to toss him off the side. He's dangling on the edge, barely clinging to life. Then, bam! One dude gets eaten, the second gets booted off. Before he can catch his breath, another enemy tries to roundhouse Cortez. Like, what does our man do then? Catches it in midair and pulls him into his buddy like he's playing the WWE SmackDown Timesplitters edition. And then he jumps through a freaking wormhole like, whoa. A train wormhole roundhouse? This game doesn't know how to chill, and I love it.
We'll go. Marry this twisted psycho.
This mission was pretty down the train, like I was late for work and the conductor was not waiting. I just finished throwing down Kalos,
all we
total
gotta
boss
do now
fight,
is stop this
vibes,
train
and
before
racing
we
through the
run
train
over my
cars,
girl.
explosions
Come
in the
on.
background. I think it was from Kalos. But there's just chaos, right? Finally, I made it to the front of the train just in time to slam them brakes and stop the whole thing from running over Tipper's girlfriend. And boom, I got
Marry
not
this
one, but
twisted
two
psycho.
trophies. Last minute rescue and save yourself before you wreck yourself. Which, if I'm being honest, I now in retrospect don't even know what that one was for.
all we
I
gotta
guess
do now
not
is
dying in a
stop this
fireball
train before
explosion
we
counts
run
as
over my
self-care
girl.
now. Alright,
Come
cool.
on.
Either way, mission save timeline intact, and I got 2 trophies to prove it. After saving a day in this mission here, Cortez links back up with Anya, who drops a bombshell on us, right? She tells us about a mansion that mysteriously burns down in 1994 and how it's leaking energy residue that might be connected to the time crystals that leak chasing right? It's one of those, something bad went down there kind of moments. And just as Cortez is about to hit us with his signature line, it's time to... Tipper jumps in like...
Yeah, listen to this. In 1994, a mansion in Connecticut burned to the ground.
And
Well, it turns out it was the headquarters of the Brotherhood of Ultra Science.
Any energy residue?
Lots.
Perfect. Hey, spaceman, wanna go to a party? Ken, it's time to stop. Just do the thing.
This level had me straight up stuck in a loop. I somehow kept ending up in the same 2 rooms over and over again, like I was trapped in a haunted escape room. I was just waiting for Scooby and the game to bust through and pull a mask off somebody. But finally I broke the cycle. There was a zombie chef that jumped out with a shotgun like he was running the last entree at a buffet, and all I had was a bat. Classic. Somehow I was able to take him down, and boom, just around the bend was the exit there, so I got a trophy, Haunted Horror Havoc. 1 zombie chef, 1 wooden bat, 1 survivor. So I find this 1 zombie locked in a containment cell. Right outside, I find a computer. Naturally, I do what any curious gamer would do and mash every button like I'm trying to hack into the Matrix. But suddenly, science happens. First, fire, then electricity, then zombification, like, I don't know, more zombification? But then finally, the microwave marshmallow effect. This poor zombie inflates like a balloon at a birthday party, then pow! Splatter guts everywhere, the walls, the glass, all painted in a chunky red abstract. I just stood there like, yep, that's science, baby! Next door, another cell, another terminal, but this time I skipped the appetizer to go straight for dessert. I select a microwave marshmallow special, and boom! Instant zombie popcorn. Human popcorn, I think it's termed. I got a front row seat though. I got close up, full blast, full splat, and I calmly walked out of the room, turned around, and I just whispered to myself, "Science." The base was seconds from exploding, and I had one job, right? Escape. Naturally, I stopped at a random computer I absolutely didn't need to interact with because curiosity is stronger than common sense. Then I sprinted through the chaos, downed a couple zombies, stunned another with whatever was left of my arsenal, and I made it to the elevator. The mission ends, the trophy pops, and I realized I still have no idea what the cow was doing in that title. Alright, picture this, right? I was rewind time by accident. Why? Because I dropped my controller and caught it midair like I was defeating a bomb in a spy movie. Then I lobbed this time-phone grenade. I can't remember what the actual name of it was called. I crept around the corner and took out that last century bot standing between me and sweet mission completion. I went up to the elevator and got the trophy to pop. The name's Cortez, Sergeant Cortez. Smooth moves, chaotic things, Timesplitters. I don't even know what to say. This was just peak Timesplitters.
This should take us to Crow's secret lab.
I love that for a second.
I'm ready.
I pressed it already.
Yeah, right. So, been with the agency long?
Yeah. 3 years in May.
You get dental?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah! Time to split!
I'll get the next one.
This one had me zoning like a sharpshooter at a party. Flying targets swooping it everywhere, lasers, noise, chaos. I was already locked in up. I'm zigzagging, juking, blasting every last one of them, and somehow dodging it all, and I just unlocked Ultra Instinct. Like this, that's one drop. Mission's over. Open top. Procreation. Now that is how you end a level. There was one trophy that slipped through the cracks the first time around, so we're gonna quickly get that before I continue the actual story. So this one here was the first one of them. Tucked away in Callus's train mission. It was just chilling there. It was just a slot machine. I didn't realize that was actually interactable and needed for the trophy, so I fired up the level again on easy. I sped through that mission like I was on a demon time, I guess. I made a beeline straight for it, and first few spins in, I got it. It didn't take me all too long. I was able to get the trophy there, so what did I win? Turns out, I only won the trophy and a deep emotional bond with that slot machine, I think. We've been through a lot, man. Alright, here's another one I was telling you about that I have to circle back for. It's called Great Shot. The mission was to lead a billiard ball into a zombie's head. Barrel. I don't know what a barrel is, but we're gonna keep this one. I don't feel like redoing it. So, it was simple, it was iconic, it was a little bit unhinged, but I loved it. I fired up the 1995 mission again, like I said, on easy. I grabbed my spherical instrument of destruction and set flying into the nearest undead cranium. And boom, I got the trophy to pop. Great shot. Honestly, I really felt more like a cue ball sniper in life.
There really are zombies.
Very dead.
This is the last of the 3 I went back to get again. I didn't realize I had to get out of the lab in a certain amount of time, so I cranked the difficulty down. I just slapped on like runner things. I dodged as many enemies as I could. I skipped all the nonsense, ignoring everything that wasn't labeled exit, basically. I hit the last hallway with plenty of time to spare. I had 1 minute and 25 seconds left on the clock, and I also got
Very
the
dead.
time to split. And hey, with a name like that, you know what had to happen
According to the
eventually.
records, there is a weapons company.
This was sick. Timesplitters said, what if we give you a battle? And I said, I was blasting drones out of the sky, stomping around like a giant. Honestly, I didn't really want it to end. But eventually the mission called me, and my robot buddy attached the mat from the mech and made our way up into the workers' plant. But I also got the trophy. Space Marine War Machine. And I'm just saying, if the game ever gets remade, actually remade, 3 mech missions, maybe not one. This was it, or so I thought. I took down this mutated abomination called Creature, horrifying snarling nightmare in search of immortality. I was ready to exhale, thinking, okay, final boss handled, we're done here. But the plot twist, it wasn't the end. It was just a doorway to even a bigger reveal. Turns out this thing was just the latest form of Crow himself. Yep, the maniac went full Frankenstein trying to live forever, and now we know the source of his power. Time crystals. At least I got the trophy. This next level dropped us into the year 1924, and I swear, this place had tech that would make Tony Stark raise a finger. Or I guess in this case, Howard Stark. Rewrote this massive drill elevator thingy. Don't ask me how it works, I'm not a time earth drill space thing engineer, but it went straight to the Earth like we were clocking in for a shift in average science. After landing, we popped open the big door thing, I guess you can call it. We stepped through and boom, got the trophy straight to the source. This level blew my mind. I realized we were playing the very first mission, but this time from a whole new perspective. I wasn't being helped through it. I was the one doing the helping with shadows. Cortez protecting Cortez. Clearing out enemies before they even saw my past self.
Okay, Andre.
And he had no clue. Dude was just vibing through the level thinking he's crushing it. It was brilliant. Full circle moment, perfectly executed. And I also got the trophy. I'll save myself the trouble. This was the final shooter. Me, my robot buddy, and 3 different versions of myself, teaming up to take down the final boss, Splitter Crow. Lasers were flying, explosions going all everywhere, the music was full, in the world mode. It felt like every time we would go on the headlights, that when we were finally able to take him down, I just sat there and like, damn, he really did that. Alright, now that I'm done with the campaign, next up is challenge mode. I wasn't about to settle for just scraping by either. I tackled every mission in the bronze tier category, walking away with nothing less than a gold or platinum across the board. The result, I got trophy bronze league. But that's not the only reason why I did that, and trust me, we're just warming up. I just listen to what Kalos has to say when I choose him. It's the reason why I clipped the video.
Me and my pussy are going to have a lot of fun.
Alright, and with that, boom, silver line on the walls. Second tier challenges, mastered. Gold or platinum on every single one, just like before. I had my reasons for going so hard on these, don't get me wrong. But I'm not ready to share that with you just yet, so you're gonna have to stick around a little while longer to figure out exactly why I went so hard on each and every level. Alright, look, I swear I was hitting my targets. I really was. Like, you could see it. You're watching the gameplay. But it was like, there was no damage. It was like I was fighting Nerf darts. And then I got cornered, swarmed, whatever you want to call it. I got brutally murdered. Every round time, I took a deep breath. With one flare gunshot, triple kill.
Destroy the
Boom.
computer
Another
mainframe.
tier down. This time, the gold. I didn't just pass these challenges, I polished them. Golds, platinums, nothing less. The missions were wild, the goals were brilliant, but I locked in, I powered through, and walked out with a shiny trophy and golden standard. And between us, I'm not stopping there. Alright, let me be real. This one was personal. 10 platinum medals across all 3 tiers of challenges. This is exactly why I went as hard as I did. Now, don't get me wrong, I did have to go back and replay and retry a few of them to get the platinum and the perfection on them, but I had to really study these, man. Like, I mean, really study these. Every single way I could take a second off, I did. But it paid off, and I got You've Gone Platinum, and hey, it's kind of my thing. Oh, right, this was it, the final one. Final wave, the final test, however you want to put it. I was locked into a mountain turret, surrounded by chaos. Planes were screaming overhead, explosions were all around me from the planes. It just felt like World War One, you know what I mean? I wasn't fighting for survival, I was fighting for glory. Then, one by one, challenge accepted, the gang's all here, and the beautiful final end of an era. 3 trophies, one less adrenaline-fueled ride, and with that, the trip is complete. Time well truly split. Alright, well, that's it. The end of a wild, chaotic, unforgettable journey through time and trophies. And hey, if you made it this far, thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for laughing, and maybe even laughing, crying if you found the jokes even that kind of funny. Thank you for joining me on this platinum adventure. Seriously, I put my heart into every moment of the series, and knowing you're here, seeing it, means the world to me. And hey, if you enjoyed it, I would love it if you hit that like button below. Please drop a comment and share it with anybody who you think would love this video or who loves games. This is a gaming community channel. I want every sort of gamer here. Everyone's welcome. And hey, consider subscribing to see where we go next. We're just getting started. So from me, I'm Hunty Platinum, and that handsome robot fella that you see there next to me, that's my friend, my digital brother, Plato. We'll be seeing y'all next time.